Come in.
I'm just washing my hands. Hi, my name is Angela. I'm going to be your nurse for the day. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. So today we're going to be doing a head, face, and neck assessment. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Okay, good. So before we start, I'm just going to ask you a couple questions. Do you smoke at all?
No.
Okay. Do you ever chew tobacco?
No.
Okay. And then do you have any problems with your mouth or face that you know of?
No.
Any thyroid problems?
No.
Okay, great. So we're going to start. I'm going to be inspecting his head. So I'm just looking at it compared to the size of his body, and it is very proportional, and that's what we call normocephalic. Next, I'm going to be palpating his scalp. So I'm really just looking for any types of lumps, depressions, or maybe some abnormal protrusions. And are you in any pain when I do that?
No.
Okay, good. And then I'm going to be touching the temporomandibular, and I'm going to have you open your mouth. Okay, and I'm going to have you close it. Okay, and what I'm looking for is any type of crepitus, any clicking, any limited range of motion. Was there any pain or tenderness when I did that?
No.
Okay, good. Next, I'm going to be looking at his face for symmetry. So I'm going to be looking at your eyebrows, then your eyes, and then your nasolabial folds, and then the sides of your mouth. So everything on him looks symmetrical. So I do that because when you see a face that's asymmetrical, that could be an indication of a stroke, Bell's palsy, maybe a problem with the cranial nerve number 7. So, but he looks very symmetrical. So next I'm going to be looking at his glands, and I'm looking for any types of enlargements. So first I'm looking at his salivary glands, and then his parotid glands, and then also his thyroid glands that are at the base of his neck. And so I don't see any enlargements. Okay, next I'm going to be assessing for the range of motion of his neck. So I'm gonna have you extend your neck all the way back. Okay, and then I'm gonna have you put it forward. So I'm gonna have you put your chin to your chest. Good. All right, and then I'm gonna have you look all the way to the side, and then all the way to the other side. And then I'm going to have you put your ear to your shoulder, okay, on both sides. Okay, good. So then we're going to be testing the cranial nerve number 11, which is his spinal accessory. So for that, I'm just going to put light resistance on your shoulders. I'm going to have you shrug up, okay, and then I'm going to put light resistance on your face. So I'm going to have you look that way. Good. And then the other way. All right, perfect. So last thing I'm going to do is palpate his lymph nodes. So I'm going to do that using 3 fingers, just the pads of my fingers, in a circular motion. So we're going to start in front of his ears, which is the preauricular node, and we're just going to go like that. And then the postauricular nerve, which is right behind his ears. And then the occipital, which is right under that occipital bone right there. And then the submental right under his chin. Okay, and then the submandibular right under his jawbone. And then the jugulo-digastric, which is right under that corner of his jaw. So right under here. Okay, then I'm going to be moving on to the superficial cervical. So right here. And then we're going to go along that deep cervical chain of his neck. Okay. And then we're going to go to the posterior cervical back here. So that's where his spine is. So right back here on both sides. And then lastly, the subclavicular. So can you shrug your shoulders up? And then it's in that hollow spot where his clavicles are. And so you shouldn't be able to feel your lymph nodes. They should be, that means that there's no abnormalities, no problems if you can't feel them. And so I didn't feel any of his lymph nodes, so that's a very good assessment. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And that concludes our assessment.